Hi guys, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Charla from That Girl Cooks Healthy. Today I'm going to show you how to make this delicious fall off the bone oxtail using my slow cooker. I cannot wait to show you how to make it, so let's get to it. So these are the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need some oxtail. So I've already washed and dried the oxtail. I'm also using oxtail that was frozen. So if it's frozen and I thawed it out, and that's the reason why the color of it looks more washed out, because it's oxtail that I took from my freezer. So it's not fresh oxtail that I got from the butcher straight away. You're also going to need some canned butter beans. You can use dry butter beans. I use both. So sometimes I use canned, sometimes I use dried, but today I'm using just the canned butter beans. You just want to make sure that they're in water, or if they're in salted water, just thoroughly rinse it off before you use it. You're also going to need some beef stock, or you can use water. I like to use beef stock now. That's something that's a new addition to me making oxtail. I find that the taste is 10 times better when you use some broth or stock. You're also going to need some browning. I'm using my homemade browning for this recipe. Some olive oil, some thyme, some pimento berries, some carrots, some beef seasoning, or you can use all-purpose seasoning if you don't have that, some onion, garlic and scallion, some tomato paste, some soy sauce. This is optional, but it does enhance the taste. And I also have some more herbs, some spices that I'm using just to enhance the taste. So some paprika, onion and garlic granules. You can use powder if you have that, and also some black pepper. So the first thing I'm going to do is to just add my marinade. So to make the marinade, I'm going to add that to the oxtail. So what I'm going to do is add the dry ingredients. So the dry spices, I'm going to add those. And I'm also going to add my soy sauce and browning. When I add the browning, you're going to find that I use quite a bit of the browning because it's my homemade browning, and the homemade browning is not as bitter and as concentrated as the store-bought. So if you're using the store-bought, then you need to use less than what I'm using. If you're doing the recipe using my homemade, then you can use a generous amount to get that color and taste. I'm also going to add my onion, garlic and scallion as well. Once I add all of those ingredients, I'm just going to use my hand just to work in that wet rub. So now that I've seasoned the oxtail, the next thing I need to do now is just to cover it with some cling film, or some people refer to it as saran. And once I do that, I want it to infuse for at least several hours, or preferably overnight. So now it's time to sear the oxtail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add some olive oil to my frying pan, and once that heats up, I'm then carefully going to add the pieces of oxtail. So to do this, you want to scrape off the onion, garlic and scallion, because we don't want to cook that just yet. Don't worry about if any bits of the onion or garlic, if it sticks to the oxtail, that's perfectly fine. Just scrape it off as much as you can and then put it in the frying pan. When we're browning the oxtail, you don't want to move it too much. You just want to just move it sometimes, but leave it to brown. It's going to take about, say, 15 minutes, maybe 20 or so. It's going to take at least 10 minutes anyway for it to brown. You just want to leave it to brown on one side, and then you want to flip it over, and I'll show you what it looks like when I am doing that. So this is what the oxtail looks like after about, like I said, about at least 10-15 minutes or so of browning. As you can see, it has a nice bit of crisp to it and the color has darkened, and that's really what the oxtail should look like. It should be nice and dark because it's completely seared. Now what we need to do is to add the onion, garlic and scallion, the onion, garlic and scallion that we had at the beginning when we were marinating the oxtail. This is the time that we can add it to the frying pan, and we just want to saute until it's soft and translucent. So now that the oxtail is seared, I'm just carefully going to transfer that into my slow cooker unit. Once I've transferred that into my slow cooker, I'm then going to continue to add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm going to add my pimento berries, some thyme, my carrots, my tomato paste, and then I'm going to add my beef stock. So when you add the beef stock, when you're pouring it in, you want to make sure that the beef stock is hot. It's very important to make sure it's hot. The reason why we want the beef stock to be hot is that's going to continue the cooking process, and it's also going to prevent the oxtail from being tough. So it's really important that we keep that temperature up by adding our stock, or if you're adding water, you want to make sure that it's hot. And then you want to put the lid on. When you put the lid on, it's in terms of the slow cooking process, that is up to you. So you can do it for 4 hours on high, or 5 hours, or you can do it for 6 to 8 hours on low. I do recommend doing it for 6 to 8 hours if you can hold out, because the oxtail is going to taste really, really good the longer it cooks for. So I'll show you what the oxtail looks like after a number of hours, and you can just come back and I will show you what it looks like. So this is what the oxtail looks like after cooking for about 5 hours now. So you can see it's really taken on the flavor, and it's really, really dark. It has a lovely dark hue. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just give it a quick stir, and then I'm going to add the butter beans. Because they're cook the butter beans from the can, I can add them at the end because I don't want them to break down too much. If you have dry ones, you would add it at the beginning. And then I'm just going to make a slurry. So I made a slurry with a small amount of tapioca starch and some warm water, and I'm going to add that, and that's going to help give the gravy a bit of thickness. It's optional, but I like to do that just to ensure you get a nice thick gravy, especially when you're using the slow cooker. I do find that it needs a little bit of help in terms of the gravy, and I'm going to put the lid back on for about another 45 minutes or so and show you what it looks like again. So after a further 45 minutes of cooking, this is what the oxtail looks like now. Hopefully you can see that lovely thick gravy, and I'm just going to add some black pepper and pink salt to taste and just stir that in. And I really hope you guys can see the thickness of the gravy, because that slurry makes a difference. And that is how you make some slow cooker oxtail. I hope you make this recipe. It's really delicious, and it's one of my favorite Jamaican recipes. I know so many people adore oxtail, and there's a good reason to like it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you on the other side.